In this video, I want to show you how it is to travel with Asia1to-go, a brief introduction into the interface, the app, what to expect, and a real-life example. I basically show you how I got from Koh Phangan to Kuala Lumpur. Later on in the video, I'm gonna talk about the good and the bad stuff about Asia1to-go and some funny experiences that I will never forget maybe. And if you're more interested in that, here's like the timestamp. And for those who want to see like the real life example, keep watching. I am taking a bus, a ferry from Koh Phangan to Kuala Lumpur, and I just wanted to show how the journey goes and how difficult it is, because it is going to be a journey that goes around 23 hours or something. So it's very long. I had two options, basically taking the flight that would have cost me around 250, 300 euros, or taking like this ferry and bus, which is going to take around 23 hours, but it only cost me 42 euros. So we will see if that is worth it, and I'm gonna just show you how the journey goes, the difficulties or the hopefully easy things, so you get like a better understanding if that is a smart thing to do or not. All right, I got now from the hostel to the pier. I think I'm still a bit hungry, so I get something to drink or some little food at the 7-Eleven. I got the ticket now. Let's see how the ferry is, how the bus is, and if it is worth it to travel 23 hours in a bus to save some money. I fell asleep on the boat, and the problem was that I didn't realize I need to go off the boat. So if you're sleeping, make yourself a timer, because that could go terribly wrong. Man, I was like rushing out of there. I couldn't film it because I was running basically. But yeah, so I got off and now I'm moving to the van. It looks like I need to wait half an hour for the bus that is going to come. This is how most of the vans look like. Hello! The van was okay. Pretty uncomfortable, but it was okay. Yeah, I had so many breaks that I was basically always eating. I just bought another protein shake. Yeah, I need to wait for 1 hour. After that I'm getting like a little tuk-tuk that is driving me to another place. At 4 they're gonna drive me to another location. And there's a lot of food and that kind of stuff. Then I have to wait there for another 3 hours, a bit rough. But yeah, that's the current situation. After the tuk-tuk, I got dropped out at this location. And the nice part was, of course, the food. I tried this, whatever this was, I think pandan pancake or something, delicious. This bus was definitely one of the higher end buses, very nice, I liked it. We had another break at some market to eat some food, but I was full, I didn't eat anything. Finally got to Kuala Lumpur. It took a hell lot of time, but it worked out. And yeah, I started the trip at 5 AM in the morning at Koh Phangan, and then it took around 24 hours to complete, so basically forever. I stopped at the bus station, at the central bus station, and I had no SIM card, no money, so it was a bit yeah, complicated to get the things done. But I took a taxi to the hotel, left my luggage there, got some money from the ATM, and yeah, now I need to wait till 2 PM when I can check in, so I have like a lot of time. That's why I'm going now into a coffee shop and just drinking a coffee, working a bit, editing or something. So far, the country seems pretty nice. I've talked to a few locals, they are very friendly. And yeah, I'm actually hyped to see if I like it here or not. I had one weird situation. I was like at the toilet and the sign, it was like a green sign, so I thought like the toilet is empty. But then I opened the door and then there was just a guy sitting there, was taking a shit, and I was opening the door, so it was super weird. And he was looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh, sorry man. Then I got out and closed the door. But besides that, it was completely okay. I just wanted to show you how a trip with Asia Want to Go looks like. As you can tell, sometimes it's a bit rough because they don't schedule it perfectly. So sometimes you have, I don't know, waiting times for a few hours or something, and that can be annoying. So I think I could have done the trip a lot faster, and I think in around 18 hours and not 24, but it's fine. It was definitely a lot cheaper than flying, so yeah, I would do it again. Alright, now let's talk about the good, the bad, and my experiences about Asia Want to Go. It is basically the #1 tool for me to check if I can get from A to B. For example, I was looking if there is any transportation from Koh Phangan to Kuala Lumpur, and it showed me all the options I had via Asia Want to Go. And for me, it is just a pretty good tool to see if it is even possible to get from there to there. Often, not always, you get a view of the vehicles they are going to use. So you can see if there is basically a toilet on the bus, for example, or if it's a bus or a van, if it's a sleeper bus, and if it is a sleeper bus, how does it look like? All those things are basically shown on Asia Want to Go. In the end, I'm always using Asia Want to Go, and I would really recommend it. And one of the big benefits as well is that you can meet people. I really had unbelievable nice conversations during the trip and afterwards, because we said, hey, it was a lot of fun, let's go and explore the temple together or whatever. It was so much fun. So I think traveling with a train or bus can be really fun. Why I would recommend doing it, especially with Asia Want to Go, it is an adventure. There's always this kind of unexpected things that is happening, if you know what I mean. I like that. Like sometimes they show pictures of a bus and it is written it has aircon and toilet, but if you're unlucky, you don't get it. Or sometimes you are in the bus, at least that's what they said, and then you end up in the van. I gotta be honest, that's just a Southeast Asia thing. Like, it's very common that it isn't, or that it is sometimes a bit different than you thought it would be. Of course, Asia Want to Go is a bit more expensive because you have to pay some fees, and of course they want to make some money too. But I mean, they deserve it because you can check so easy and fast how you can get from one place to the other, so that's fine in my opinion. But of course, if you see like, okay, there is like a ship from Koh Phangan to Koh Samui, and you see on Asia Want to Go the timetable, for example, it is always cheaper if you go directly to the pier and buy there the ticket. And if it is like an easy trip, I would say, and you have the time to go there and whatever, it's, I think, better to just go to the pier, to the bus station or whatever, and buy it there directly. But if it is like a trip, I don't know, it involves a train and the bus and the van, it is it can be difficult to organize all the separate parts. That's why I like Asia Want to Go so much, because often if you drive to the bus station, to the pier, no one is there, they don't understand you, and you have some other unexpected difficulties. But if you book it basically on Asia Want to Go, you pretty much get what you want. You get from A to B. Sooner or later, sometimes better or worse, but you get there. And yeah, they try to explain the description of the organizer as good as possible. Like they say, yeah, the bag shouldn't be over 20 kilograms, or you can only have like a little backpack, not a big one. If you want a big one, you need to pay extra or whatever. They explain it pretty well, but sometimes it's not exactly what they said it's going to be. But
I think if you're a budget traveler or you like just taking the bus, the train or whatever, it is the best tool. And I think that is almost a must to really travel like locals or to use the public transportations that are in the country, because that is part of the culture in some way. They tell you where the trip is starting and you're going to this location, and you end up getting to know that it is on a different location. So you need to get to another location. That can be exhausting sometimes, but that's just how it is. It can be stressful because when you're border crossing and you have like problems with a visa, sometimes the bus driver won't wait for you. So it can be a bit stressful. I never had like big issues. One thing that is always the case, and till now I never had a normal driver. I always had like crazy drivers, basically completely reckless, driving way too fast, honking, doing maneuvers that are crazy, you name it. Yeah, now to some experiences I had with Asia Want to Go and the travels I had. For example, I got from Laos, like it was a little town or something. I was hitchhiking from Thailand to Laos, and then I was like in a little town, no tourists whatsoever. And then I bought like a ticket from there into a city. That was a trip I will never forget. No streets, the driver drove reckless. The child besides me cubed the whole time. Man, that was crazy. But that's not always the case. Sometimes when a bus is overbooked, I slept once on basically just on the ground because it was full already, but I said, hey, it's fine. If I get the bus, I'm happy. If I have no seat, I'm fine with sleeping on the ground. All right, let's go. One very, very weird and crazy thing was when we had like a chicken. There was like legit a chicken in the sleeper bus in Vietnam, and it had the chicken had his own bed and was basically staying there. But the thing was, the chicken was super loud, never slept, and it was super annoying. But I mean, you can't make this up. Like, if you don't experience it, like it's just crazy. I hope you got a better understanding of Asia Want to Go, how to use it, what is good, what is bad, what could happen during the trip. I think everyone should try it, so go and try it. But if you thought like the real life example I just shown you with me getting from A to B, that isn't something for you, then maybe it's not. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. See you in the next one.